Today, our prayer point comes from a couple of stories in the Gospel of Matthew. Both occur on a stormy sea. When Jesus gets in his boat, the disciples get in with him. And then as they're traveling, Jesus falls asleep. Suddenly, a windstorm violently erupts on the sea and waves are crashing into the boat. The disciples wake up Jesus and say, "Don't you care if we are going to die?" And Jesus got up and said, "You who have so little faith, why are you afraid?" And he rebuked the wind and rebuked the waves, and it was dead calm. And then those in the boat asked, "Who is this that even the wind and the waves obey him?" In a similar story, just 7 chapters later, Jesus orders his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the sea. And while they're on the sea, he himself goes up to the mountain to pray. And when evening came, he was all alone on the mountain praying. At that time, the disciples were already a great distance from the shore, and the waves were beating against the boat because the wind was against them. Now, early in the morning before sunrise, Jesus came walking to them on the water. And when they saw him, they were terrified and said, "It's a ghost!" But Jesus said, "Do not be afraid. Be encouraged. It is me." And Peter said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." And Jesus said, "Come." And Peter stepped out of the boat and began walking on the water towards Jesus. But when he saw the great wind that was against him and the waves, he began to sink, and he cried out, "Lord, save me!" At once Jesus stretched out his hand and grabbed Peter and pulled him out of the water. And when they got into the boat, it was dead calm. And those in the boat began to worship him, saying, "Truly, this is the Son of God." They ask a question in the first story, "Who is this that the wind and the waves obey him?" And they answer their own question in the second story, "Surely this is the Son of God." So our prayer point today is to ask Jesus, who has the power over the forces of nature, to calm the raging spirit within us, to calm our anxious hearts, to renew within us a right spirit, revitalize a spirit of worship that follows him, restore within us a faith that recognizes you are the ultimate authority in heaven and on earth. Be blessed.